Is a laser therapy hair restoration hat a tax deduction?
A what?
A laser therapy hair restoration hat. Is it a tax deduction?
It's a medical item.
Well, that's correct.
Well, cosmetic surgery is also a tax deduction. I think that
means get as much as possible. The laser therapy hat.
Yeah.
I asked the tech support if it would fit my head.
Yeah.
And he said, "Yes, sir. It is the extra." As an Indian guy, "Yes, sir. It is the extra size. It fit all head."
Mm-hmm.
Didn't fit. I had to cut it in half, and I wear it with a headband. I look like a crazy person.
Why did he lie to you?
He didn't know. He also didn't care. He didn't know. He didn't care. That's the way it is sometimes when you deal with these support people.
Was it like a top of the line laser hair product?
As far as laser hair products go, I don't know if there's a bottom of the line or top of the line. I think it's just the thing.
So once lasers get involved, it's just high tech.
Once lasers get involved,
There's no such thing as a cheap laser.
No, there's not. It was $3,000.
For real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wait,
that's the one that you put the cut in the side.
Yeah. The Capulus hat. Which, let's see if we can pull this up here. Now, we don't have our switchboard anymore.
I honestly don't know what happened to it.
It's on the floor over there, but
Really?
we don't need it, I don't think. Browsing. Let's go. Do we have to go through this again?
Yeah, every time.
Who's this? Chrome.
Arthur, yeah.
This neo-Nazi right here. Don't want to look at him, guys. This is what I wear. And it comes with a ball cap, so you feel like less of a freak.
Okay, yeah.
Which is nuts.
With the
I
logo on
I don't bother wearing it with the ball cap. But this is the way. Now, can you believe that? That's the way you're intended to wear it, is with this fucking like ginormous, way bigger hat that goes around it. It does not look like this.
Yeah.
The hat looks like it's like the hat that you got, that funny hat.
The extra big hat.
Yeah, it looks like an extra big hat. Look at this guy.
Driving
He's
around
enjoying.
in your C-class
Holy
with your capitalist hat.
shit. These guys are great. It definitely does not look like that. It looks nothing near like that.
Well, you can just relax and watch the game.
Yeah, well, I don't know why you need to. There's no need to be discreet because you only wear it for 6 minutes. You're not supposed to wear it. You don't wear it all day. I don't know why. It looks more like this. This is more how it looks.
Yeah.
And I like how this is photoshopped on here. This is great. Here, this is probably the cheap one. This is bottom of the line right here.
Well, people are busy, 6 minutes is a rare commodity.
What's she saying to him here? She's saying, "Ha ha, honey, I cheated on you." Holy shit. It's for women, too. Women need this. Don't nobody want no bald bitch. Oh, nobody wants this bald bitch. She's getting cozy. She'd be better off doing blowjob practice than trying to get her hair back. She's not fooling anybody. Right here. Oh man. This is more what I look like. I look like this, but worse.
Whoa.
Cybernetic.
That looks like a bike helmet.
Yeah.
Does it work? Does it?
I don't know. We'll see. We won't see, because how would you even gauge the results? I mean, we're not doing A/B testing here, so who knows?
Hori Cart, thank you for joining. And Relic95, thank you for joining. We got a super chat before we get into showing you guys these items. Big Hoss with the 25. I pushed my mom down the stairs because she won't give me any more money to donate. Sorry, this is all I can give.
That's a no-no. When mommy says no, we say yes. And then we do something about it. Don't let your mom dictate how much or how little you give, all right? When I give to a charity, I'm not asking my mom. I'm taking from my mom
Yeah.
and giving to the needy this channel.
People should view this as a charity.
Yeah. I view it as a charity. I'm giving away so much of my time to you people for nearly nothing.
Well, thankfully today, their charitable donations don't just go into the ether. They can be turned into rare items from the show.
Yes, that's correct.
Look at these. I handpicked 2 carts full of like
The
probably the
finest,
cooler ones.
the finest Fishtank memorabilia, some of which might be worth money someday. If we do 10 seasons of this thing and it turns into a thing, you might want some of this memorabilia. Some of it is definitely junk.
Yeah. Some of it is
Right, some of it is investment grade junk.
yeah. There were a couple items that we struck down that I saw, and it was like I was seeing them for the first time. So we did a pass, a quality pass
Yep.
for some junk, but some junk made it through.
Some
We
junk
got
made it
this.
through. Okay. That's profit.
Mo says, Jet, I saw you asking John about fasting. I just did a 48-hour water fast. If you want my dietary advice for fat loss, just DM me. I'll help you pro bono. Well, I like pro bono gigs. I don't like to pay.
We can't possibly,
You give
pay.
me pro bono liposuction?
Let me interrupt you. Speaking of pro bono help, we are going to need some graphic design help for coffee labels. And it's for a sketch. It's for Conspiracy Theory Coffee. The labels, these need to look like actual coffee labels. So not funny meme stuff, like an actual label, standard label size that can be printed and put on a coffee bag. And I'm going to put this on Twitter, but we need help. And I know I'm asking for free work right now, but it's to make some laughs, to make some giggles. It's, well, I'll put all this on Twitter because it's a lot to read, but this is, so the joke is this guy's looking at his coffee selection and it's all political,
Yeah.
you know, like Black Rifle coffee.
Yeah.
And even if you're whatever, political, you don't necessarily want to give you don't want to give your money to Black Rifle coffee. The guy's a fucking, you know,
Yeah.
silly man.
Silly Billy.
So you don't want to do that. So we have grounds for debate, Democrat decaf. A lot of these are from Twitter. I asked people for funny ideas here. Make coffee great again, ultra maga roast. Equality and coffee, Kenyan extra calf. The Oath Brewers Columbian blend. And he's reading it and it's getting worse and worse. Cup of queer, get up and groom, gender fluid. Chris from Mr. Beast's drag show drip. Big Mike's Rwandan genocide back muscle brew. Blacked wife Zog fuel with extra soy. I can't breathe, but I can make a damn good cup of coffee. Aryan Hyperborean Juneteenth premium marijuana infused JFK espresso shots. Osama bin Bruin insurrection barrel fire blend they them OnlyFans direct trade premium taste. Doesn't even make sense. Goon Cave conflict free cisgender creamer Two Spirit Native American Uyghur Pride crema. Monkeypox beans single dose unsweetened gay man's pedophile ass. And finally, Anthony's Wiener, cock R word, My Pillow, Ben Shapiro, Cup of Joe, Hillary Laptop, Haitian brew. So I'll put this on Twitter.
Laptop.
I'll do it. I'll probably do it after the stream. But check tonight, and we're gonna need help designing these labels. It's for a World Peace 2 sketch, and they gotta look. It's gotta look like an actual coffee. The joke is making fun of like hipster politicized micro coffee brands. And the more sort of like designy it looks, the better. The less like a meme, more like, you know, this crap, all this fucking junk that we're about to start selling. Gold Striker Nitro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soon enough.
It's a good cup of
But ours will be different.
Cup of Jason.
Ours will be, yeah, Cup of Jason. Ours will be better. All right.
Couple super chats. Big Hoss again, thank you for the 25. Momo, thank you. Good to see you in here. Steve Gray with the 25. My ex turned out to be a lesbian. She made me laser all my body hair off. Will capitalists help me get my ball hair back?
No.
It's over.
You should take her to small claims court. Sue her for the most you can get. $4,000.
Connor669, thank you for that, sir. And Rainmaker, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. A little housekeeping here. The auctions, if you guys looked at the link already, we have 2 that are live right now. Those are on accident. Those are accident auctions. They are working, but they started early. The rest of the auctions, there's a ton of them. I don't know, like I think there's like 70 items, roughly. I don't know. They start at they're gonna start at 4:30 EST, which is in 17 minutes. They're all gonna go live. Should we show them some of the items before?
Hey, see ya.
Take it easy, bro.
Yeah, you should definitely show them now.
Check Slack and the link to the eBay profile is in there. Nathan, thank you for the 5.
Next PGL, we're working on it as soon as possible. Slack, is it on the channel, the auctions channel?
It should be from Ben.
Oh, from Ben. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so these 2 are live here. We got the megaphone and the Josie's hamburger stimming toy.
We have what's left of this play doll. It's got pretty beat up. I didn't realize she was
An
her
amputee?
legs were removed. Her lower body's gone. Didn't even know this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got this one right here.
Sexy.
Got my red shark boots. Oh yeah.
Those are going to be nice for somebody to have. Put on the mantle.
There was a vape in here. I'm just gonna leave that. That's
Probably
part of the
include
deal.
that.
Guys, I just realized there's a dead vape in these boots.
Can you ship lithium-ion batteries, though?
You can accidentally do
I
it.
guess we have to. I guess we don't have a choice now that we've said it was legally binding.
But yeah, guys, red shark boots. There's three tiers. Every item comes with a certificate of authenticity, written by Laker Brady. I, Laker Brady, declare this certified memorabilia.
Signed by Laker Brady.
Yeah, Laker Brady signed. With a short each item has a short description of what the item is, as well as the piece number and the title. Verified. These are good to go. Look, if we make it 10 seasons deep, this piece of paper is going to help you verify that.
Might pay for your kid's college fund.
Oh yeah. Deep and worthless without certification.
I do. I'll give you 1 second.
Remember this?
Oh, yeah.
This is the infinity points
Infinity sign.
for the final challenge. This was the scorecard.
That's a
Keep
big
track
ticket
of
item
points.
right there. That one's going for money.
Top tier.
Oh, shit.
Oh, they all went live. So they're up right now, guys.
All right, so we got barn tutorial. I'm thinking that's more junk. I don't remember even seeing that on the show.
That was a book I brought from my house to keep them entertained. Because when you're in the fish tank, you want to learn how to build a barn or a shed. For when
Piece
you get out.
26, book on how to build a barn provided by production team, verified 6/7/2023. Damn. Yeah, you don't want to lose the certification. Now the family sign, that's a piece of history right there.
That's a very important one.
You don't want to miss out on this one. Nice.
Your favorite son giving out 5 memberships. Thank you.
You got Riot Helmet 3 over here.
Yeah. If you guys want to see any specific pieces, let us know via Super Chat. I'll show you up close what these pieces are. I guess they're like rolling in.
Yeah, I guess the rest are at 4:30, you said?
Okay.
We can come back to this. Oh my goodness. Did we come up with a bit yet?
No.
My idea was gambling, but that's...
We have to get on Kick first.
We have to get on Kick first.
Trainwrecks has to hit us back.
We're still waiting for our deal here. I think now that we've asked for a deal, it might be weak to go there on our own.
Yeah.
So I guess we're kind of locked into that path.
We're locked into not gambling.
Yeah. Did that tweet yield any results? Did that guy get back to me? I'm not as famous as I need to be. Know what I mean? That ever happen to you?
Yeah. When I wake up, that's the first thing I think about.
Fuck.
I should be waking up on
Feeling
a yacht
more
with Jay-Z.
Feeling more famous than you need to be.
It looks like Automotive is scheduled to go live at 4:15.
Okay, yeah.
Got it.
So the rest are going to roll in at 4:30?
Yep.
Fuck, nothing. This was after tweeting, please contact me, personal emergency, health related, red alert 911. Please contact me. It's a bad emergency, something bad with other people.
It's like he doesn't care that you're having a personal crisis.
Well, not even that, but he should be aware that it's a crisis that potentially involves him. He doesn't know who the other people are. That sounds like something you need to personally address here. Fuck.
So the hamburger toy is at $1,000 currently?
Really?
Yes.
The hamburger toy's at 1,000 right now?
Let me go grab it.
I don't know if you want to bid that high. Holy fucking shit. Alright, you guys are a little excessive with this. She only touched, well, she did touch it for how long? I guess she did
42 days.
I guess she did get her fingers in there pretty deep.
There's, guys, whoever just did that, guys, there's all sorts of finger residue.
Don't touch it too much. Wait. Hold up.
gloves.
Yeah. No, they don't want, well,
They don't want.
don't get any of
part
Josie's
of
stuff
me
off
in
there.
But yeah, there's dead skin.
Now, did we
Finger
set it up
oil.
so that deadbeats can't bid?
What does that mean?
These are people with no history on their accounts.
I don't know.
Family signs got a bid. Damn,
Cool.
This is crazy. Riot
Wow.
Helmet 3. Riot Helmet 3 is 860 right now with 20 bids. Holy shit. Did we tweet this out?
Yeah. all these bids end in 12 hours, so
Oh yeah.
if they gotta be y'all gotta be rabid with it.
Bro.
Put that on Twitter.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Profit.
History isn't cheap.
That's true. I've been trying to buy shit. It's been fucking expensive. I can't buy anything that I want.
Badgedo with the 100 PLN. I've started watching you when Scrim and Ruby mentioned you on their album, The Suicide Boys.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that's crazy to think that we have people that came from them.
That is crazy. Shout out to Suicide Boys.
You've helped me quit smoking grass, which I'm grateful for. I made my first song in English. Can you check it out? Bad Joe Tribute it's called. We got the auction going right now, man, but
We'll do song reviews at some point. We'll do that
Yeah.
again.
Stick around. We did like user music.
Probably.
It'll be all right.
Fuck. Let me see if I can restrict bidders with no history, though. Well,
I feel like most people. I could see a lot of people who are fans of the show never like not having eBay accounts.
yeah, that's a good point.
So
Okay, well this has got to be a fake bid.
yeah, there's no way people are bidding 10,000.
Fuck. Thank you.
Sloppy Joe 11, thank you for joining again. Bad Joe, welcome, man. That's very cool that's how you found us. Big fan. We're big fans over here. Nathan Camden with the 20. Ben, Jace, and Devin on Lemon Party have mentioned you guys on their show. Have you seen their stuff, Sam? Would you be down to collaborate?
Yeah.
I like
Maybe.
Ben Avery a lot. He's awesome, man. He's good.
He's a friend of the show. I need a new lighter.
We're accepting lighter trades for memorabilia.
Okay, let's do that there. Alright. My eBay account tab. Where the fuck is that shit?
Lots of Ben Avery love in the chat. He was watching Scuffed Realtor back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool.
eBay is such a piece of shit.
It's like still in this like PayPal Mafia era of site design.
It's so bad.
Teal hand coded this page. Soviet War Dog with the 25. Hey man, thank you for the generosity. Watch out for eBay scammers from India. Also, for season 2, will you accept applications from other countries like Canada and the UK?
No.
I don't want to go too in depth about how we're going to be casting publicly.
Fuck.
But season 2 will have people on it.
What a fucking bad website. Fucking what a piece of shit.
Is it updated?
Say what?
Is it updated?
I mean, yeah, but
Dude.
I don't see how that can be. That's not real.
Maybe it's
This website is fucking awful.
that can't be real.
Yeah, no, this guy's got 0. These are all these look fake.
Babe Shark.
Yeah, Babe
is running
Shark's
it down.
Babe Shark's the 850.
Yeah.
That's probably real. Who the fuck is this?
We just gotta give it a Babe Shark.
We'll send it over to Babe Shark.
Yeah. Lunari, thank you for the 10. I know this ain't 25, but I'm going to read it because this is crazy. My girlfriend of 3 years left me for someone else for an IRL. She keeps messaging me every day and begs me not to block her. I'm an autistic college student with 5 exes. Should I give up on dating?
Ben, can are you logged into the eBay over there?
Yeah.
Can you go around in this account and just see whatever settings there are to block people? Probably block people with no bidding history, or no. Yeah, people. Yeah, just go to the account settings and do whatever you think needs to be done in the seller settings thing, and just fix it if possible. Anyway, he's autistic and what?
He's autistic and his girlfriend left him for someone IRL.
Yeah, just block her and forget about that. Autistic college student with 5 exes, give up on dating. No, you just gotta wait until you find the one that is sufficiently retarded for you. You'll be fine. You're in college. You're young. You don't even need a serious. You don't need a serious girlfriend anyway. If you're in college, what do you even need that for? You're fine. You're not ready for a serious girl until you're like 30 anyway. In the meantime, just try to get some skills and some money and all that other stuff.
Rep Zion, what's up?
Addicted to feet porn. I watch feet porn every day. My mom says it is a problem, but I just ignore her. Bro, the chat read is $25.
Watt 6281.
Oh, can you put a buy it now option, Ben, for like some really high price?
For everything?
Yeah, for everything, I think. Reasonably high.
Like a 10K buy it now?
Yeah, maybe depends on the item. Like 7,500. The
Buy restriction thing on eBay sucks.
fuck
It's fucking terrible.
for the stimmy toy. Try putting put a 5,000 buy it now on the stimmy toy and see if they do it.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
All right, thank you. Shout out to eBay for making everything fucking awful. Did I tell you I got hosed for $12,000?
Oh.
I bought a stereo system on eBay and it just never showed up.
And you can't refund it?
No, I waited too long to like figure it out because I had all this other shit going on. So I just passed the 30-day thing and I got fucked over. It's crazy, but eBay is a toilet, man. Don't use eBay unless you can't help it. Piece of crap. Tex, will you grab one of those silver bagged hard drives and then one of the trays? The trays that you were pulling hard drives out of earlier?
I saw this item was catching some heat on the auction, so I want to show it off. You want to put it in?
So let me take a look at this here. So the little trays, the small ones, keep those empty. And we're not going to use them. These ones, they go in like this, I guess. And then I think the screws... Fuck.
Alright, well, eBay is shot.
They'll buy it now?
You can't change something. Basically, you can't affect the buy now price if it's already been bid off.
Ah. The fuck? The fuck? This is crazy. I feel like an idiot right now. Oh, I see. Okay. So these little tabs right here, those things, it probably has to slide in that side first, Those little nuggets go in these holes.
Okay.
Those right there. And the blue thing there is for shock absorption, I'm guessing. So it goes on that side first, and then it goes down here, and then you can put a screw in here, or a screw in. I would use the blue holes if possible,
Okay.
but you could put the screw in here or here. You probably want at least 2 screws in, like here and here.
Okay.
But here and here is probably fine too. But just try the blue ones first because those have like a shock absorption thing.
Word.
And then, yeah, here you go. All those trays, there's either 12, 16, or 18 of them. Get those things plugged in. Here's a bunch of screws. Some of those probably work.
Okay.
You might have to reuse the screws from earlier. And then if you run out, there's another box of screws kicking around in here somewhere. I can help you find that if you need to. Okay, thank you.
Scond ready with the 2,000. What is that? Do you know what this currency is?
2,000 Israeli zonars. It's alien currency. We'll take it.
Yo, Sam and Jack, keeping an eye on Twitter for the graphic design thing. Would love to work on anything for World Peace 2. Just point me to where and how I got to sign up for it. Thanks.
I should just
Yeah,
do
just
that.
check Twitter.
I should do that right now, even though it's not compelling streaming to watch. Okay, so Twitter. Hold off on. Okay, so we got grounds for debate. This is gonna take a minute here.
This is the Josie's scalped plushie. The remains of Josie's plushie destroyed by Frank Castle. So, when Frank came in the tank here, he did his research on everyone, and he kind of had a loose idea of what would mess with people. Of course, if you were Frank, you would think, all right, I got to mess with Josie. I'm going to go for the plushies. That's, hit them where it hurts. But he scalped these plushies and cut them up with a buck knife, scissors, pizza scissors specifically. And it really didn't affect her. She kind of wore these as hats, as shoulder pads. She turned this into armor, basically. This is what remains of it. It is currently listed.
She turned it into her armor.
Her armor. And it has this dander all on it. And I feel like I have lice right now.
Ew.
Just from touching all this stuff. Another cool piece. We got piece number 074. A lone piece of drywall from Gold Striker's Damage. Check it out. Hey, this is one of the cool ones. Currently listed. Was this from the garage? I think this was from the garage when you punched it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Hand chipped.
And we shot the N-word advertisement yesterday.
Yeah.
It went really well. It's really funny. It's not overly like racist or anything. It's just really, really funny.
Yeah.
And it's just good. I'm happy about that.
Second to last one's so funny. Is that the one you
Yeah.
spit at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the coffee brands. I'm putting this up on Twitter right now. Each paragraph is a separate brand. So we need 25 of these labels made. And then the hyphens, that's like extra text that goes on there. Nevertheless, she roasted the daughters of the beans you couldn't burn. It's pretty funny. All right, and tweet. And send now. All right, that's up, guys. That's on the twitter.com/Wigger. If you have time to do some coffee label design, please go ahead and do this. These should look like actual coffee brands, not like memes. Need them approximately label size, like for a bag of coffee. And thank you very much. Help us make the funny stuff happen.
Jonathan Bernal. I'm an accountant at a Big Four firm. My girlfriend's a teacher. I live frugally and she wants to live lavish. I set boundaries on money, but it feels like she expects handouts if I put a ring on it. What do I do?
That's a problem right there. How old are you? How old is she? I mean, that's kind of important. Can you just chat back a... Also, you chatted 20... It's 25 for a chat read, so I can't help you. Send a 5 and let me know how old you are and how old she is. $5 USD, not some crazy Israeli alien weird shit. Johnny Serbia with the $7. Autistic? Is that autistic dollars? Oh, it's Australian.
Australian.
Thanks for the ETH hint. Bought an apartment and a 2016 Mustang. Here's a tip, Johnny Serbia. Send the rest of the money.
Yeah.
I don't take autistic dollars. No, I'm just kidding. I do take autistic dollars. We do take that. What's this? What's the hamburger toy up to now? 100,000. Guys, bid 100,000 on the riot helmet. Makes sense. Family
all
decor
up now?
sign? No, I think we're. Oh, all the
All
auctions
listed,
posted.
yeah.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Power Fist. Is that the Sylvia helmet?
Yeah, I
Point
think
card.
so.
Room 1 poster. Loot crate. Let's check what these are at. Josie's voodoo doll.
I'm going to show him that.
Letty's PSAT book, so you can verify whether or not I was illegally boosting her points. Frank's cigarettes. Water gun. That's a big ticket item right there.
K Steezy, thank you for the 20, man.
Letty's hoodie. That's going to go for some money.
Thank you so much. Oh yeah, that hoodie. When I first put on the black shark outfit.
Oh, can't do 25 on the phone. Case easy. Oh, hey.
Well, he's grandfathered in.
Okay, he gets the privilege.
Can I give the story about the pink stained hoodie?
Yeah, please.
So, you know the black shark outfit?
Yeah.
I had this whole idea of like black shark would be the most reserved, like most focused, objective driven, like robot
KGB.
possible. But then as I walk up the stairs, I look at Letty and she's wearing this all white sweatsuit and like something fucking flipped in me. And I immediately like look over and there's a cranberry juice, like gallon of cranberry juice, and I was just like, I gotta get her. And I just poured the entire thing on her head. And I just couldn't help myself. And I like ruined the whole vision for what Black Shark was gonna be. Because she just looked like she's just ready to have something dumped on her head. And I just had to do it.
She gave you that sideways eye. She needed it to happen.
I had
at that
to do
point.
it. The paintings I think are like really cool.
I like the paintings too.
Oh yeah. Josie's voodoo doll. I think this was this at the beginning of the cell?
That was, yeah.
And she couldn't leave the room and you went.
At some point in the second cell channel, right, she didn't see it.
We'll close up. So this used to be intact, but Ben vandalized it in bedroom 1 while Josie couldn't leave bedroom 2. And we gave Josie
can't.
the option to take all the plushies back home with her that she wanted.
Yeah.
She left this one.
She did not want that one.
She did not want this.
With the weird sort of insignia on the forehead for some reason. She didn't want it. Okay, so Jonathan Bernal says, I'm 25 and she's 23, working hard to stack up my money and save to buy a house soon. Well, I would say this: if you're 25, if you find the right girl, by all means, lock her down. Be fully serious. etc. Okay, and there's this obviously there's all this anti-natalism, race mixing stuff, propaganda, anti-relationship, anti-normalcy propaganda, and the pushback to that is find your Aryan girl in a wheat field or whatever. And there's the if you're not white, there's an Andrew Tate, whatever, a sort of the version of this for the guy that's Pakistani guy or whatever. We're all looking for this like return to normalcy, this return to like nuclear family, whatever, right? So the pushback is like, just be normal, marry her, dude. If you're 25 and you don't have the one, you should not be thinking about locking it down, all that shit. Just do not. You don't need to be thinking about that pressure. Okay, if you're 25, if you're in high school and you find the perfect girl, if you're high school sweetheart, if you're soulmates, go for it by all means. But if you're 25, she's 23 and she's a teacher, and she's nagging you about money, I don't know if you're going to be returning to Evropa with her. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, get this fictional shit, whether it's Netflix Black Mirror fiction or whether it's some right-wing guy on Twitter fiction. If you think she's gonna, this probably isn't you. You're probably just a normal guy. She's a normal girl. But if she's not a perfect blonde virgin in a sundress, if she's in fact a sort of semi-nagging, chubby teacher who doesn't understand money and yet pushes back on whatever your money moves and decisions are, then just treat it like that, you know. And you're 25, so you're not a fully formed man yet. You won't be until you're 30. That's why for a lot of people, it's a mistake to even think about this like serious relationship stuff for men until you're 30, or until you at least feel like you're a fully formed human. And you like 25 is the age where your car insurance starts to cost less, because the car insurance companies know that your brain is no longer swimming with hormones that make you want to drive 120 miles an hour on, back roads, right? Like, just chemically, you're at that point now where you're going from boyhood to manhood. That point, which is, it should be earlier, but it's delayed because society is super gay and there's atrazine in the water and all this other stuff. But yeah, you're at the cusp of manhood. You're not a fully formed person in all likelihood. And what else? If you're questioning, listen. If you were in love with her, you wouldn't be sending $40 to ask me what to do about it.
Yeah.
So goodbye.
Just do it.
Bye. That's all. Honestly, and that's not a knock. That's not a knock at you for asking for advice. It's just that's a factual piece of information. If I was in love with someone, I wouldn't be asking Tim Heidecker or Eric Wareheim, what should I do about that? So there's that's not to knock you for asking. It's just that the answer is in your question. The answer is in the question, which is the case. So that's the case some of the time. That's totally valid. It's just something that's overlooked. So when that happens, just know that happened. Like, the answer is in the question.
Some chats here. Weed Pipe, thank you for joining, man.
Eric Andre, should I wife her up? No. You asked the question. The answer's no.
K Steezy says, can you guys not bid on Josie's cheetah plushie? I really want it. We're taking not bidding requests.
Yeah, guys, leave the cheetah plushie be. We need that for member Weed Pipe or whoever.
Tower X with the 25. Sam, any tips? Tips would help with situation. Give money, you give tips. Is that the transactional law we abide by regarding streaming?
Well, it's a tipping economy. So you can click there. You can click right here to buy me a coffee. And you can click here to buy me a Lamborghini Diablo SVR, which I am spending all the money on right now.
Really? Security analyst Sam, Jet, can you point me toward any resources or forbidden training techniques for learning After Effects without having to watch some YouTube cringe? Super inspired by all of your and your broader crew's GFX work.
You should just go through the program and apply like every effect and figure out what they do, and you can write down what they do. Most of the tutorials, if you go look up an After Effects tutorial, what you're gonna get is you're gonna get some you're gonna get some of this fucking crap.
This is how I remade John Wick effects in After Effects.
These guys are the lords of junk. These guys are actually the gods of junk. This right here. Oh yeah. These guys are the gods of junk. There's no audio. I'm not playing the audio, by the way. These are literally, they are gods. They're modern day, like Greek gods, living and walking among us, of fucking junk. Oh my god. It is. You ever think it's hard? It's hard to do fight choreography.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of the hardest things to do because there's so little of it that's any good. It's
This.
it's all pretty bad. You know what was good was the Christian Bale's fighting in Batman Forever. In the Batman movies, the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, which is man, this stuff is. This is the very worst, the very, very worst that's possible to make. You'd be hard pressed to make something more disposable, more vacuous, more worthless than this. Like many children, like children's art, or or therapeutic art by retards and homeless people. I'm not joking about this. Like you go to a place where they let homeless guys, which is that's a very funny thing to think about too. You ever think about that? I had
Homeless people art?
I dated a girl who worked in a homeless, like a place where they let homeless people just get off the street and go do art and whatever.
Yeah.
And it was just like just mayhem, like constant jacking off, and like Miss Tammy, my penis hurt, I have to go boom boom.
But they're all like smoking cigarettes.
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
crack.
exactly. Like taking cigarette breaks and then coming back in and saying I have to jack off in a baby voice. Like just come everywhere and dicks in the bathroom. Anywhere you turn, there's a fucking cock hanging out.
Yeah.
Me tell me, oh my penis go boom boom. Oh wow. Can you believe that? Like
But their art was good?
I mean and I'm not joking. The art you gotta calm them down, stop them from jerking off so much.
Yeah.
You gotta give them a
Give
break,
them the watercolors.
get them to unwind, give them a block of soap to carve, let them make a face or whatever. That art has more merit and more value than this, and I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Oh, that. Super chats.
This is the worst stuff that humanity, as far as creative. There's the destructive impulse and the creative impulse. Destruction is how. This is a Stefan Molyneux idea, but destruction is the creativity of people who are maligned, people who are helpless and can't have no agency and can't do things. The way they create is by destroying, and that's where the leftist impulse to see cities burn and all that stuff comes from. But this, as far as stuff that's creative and not destructive, this is the very worst that you can do. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything worse than this. I really mean that. These Corridor Digital guys, these fucking guys, man. Even like I haven't thought about it too much, but even if you were making like war propaganda, I don't know if that would be worse than this. I don't
They at
know.
least have historical value.
If you were doing logo design for the Biden campaign or whatever, like Shepard Fairey stuff, that stuff makes me mad. I don't think that's worse than this. Man.
Yeah. Matthew Steer, thank you for joining. Repzion, if I ever do a boxing event, can you please train me?
Is that the actual Repzion?
Yeah.
Yes, but you'd have to do it. Is there a what's happened to this guy?
That's his channel right there.
He didn't get busted for raping anybody or anything like that?
It's hard to keep up with, but I'm pretty sure he's
If
good.
you didn't get busted for raping anybody or anything like that, yeah, I would. If you did it seriously, that's the other thing is people don't want to. If you train for a boxing match, you got to do it like twice a day. If you
Yeah.
were down to do that, I would do it. Yeah, but the influence you can't really get good at it doing it 3 times a week or even once a day. You have to do it twice a day. Like if you're actually gonna do that and your career is on the line, like you don't want.
Yeah.
If you're Repsion or anybody else, you don't want a video of yourself getting your ass beat. You don't want that. You don't. That would ruin. It'll ruin your life if you have a loss. You can't lose. So if you have that mindset,
serious, you're down.
if you have that mindset and you take it seriously, yeah, you don't have to. It's not like being a serial killer. It's not like I'm gonna kill the guy. It's just you got to take it super duper seriously. But yeah, I'd be down for that.
Get in touch. Running Penguin Films with the 25. Hi, fellas. I'm at a crossroads. Opportunity to work in Baltimore, West Virginia, or Hawaii. Thoughts? Only incentive is Baltimore is more. There's more family nearby. Pay and job is the same at all 3.
Get the fuck out of Baltimore.
Baltimore might be the best between West Virginia and Hawaii, though.
Oh, those are bad options.
Yeah. West Virginia is like.
I don't know about West Virginia. I know you don't want to be anywhere near Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's a death sentence.
That's like Alaska.
You end up in Hawaii, you might as well end up in a fucking submarine at the bottom of the Mariana Trench with no, with the fucking Mad Catz controller.
Yeah, with a broken Mad Catz. Probably Baltimore. That's what I would say. Because at least you got your family nearby, and it's like
If you can
you know,
live,
the wire was shot there.
if you can live outside of there and have an armored car, or just just get a truck that you can use to drive through whatever situation,
Real Griffin with the 25.
whatever crowd of situations is blocking you.
Did you see the video of Cranston, Rhode Island councilman passed out in his car with a crack pipe? Wild stuff. I did not see
Wow!
that. Is that real?
This is one of the most replayed. You look at the
Yeah.
most replayed. This is the most replayed moment.
Best moments.
People are
This is how we remade the
Far
Star Wars
gone.
scene using After Effects.
and bow. I knew I was going to have a hard path through life. RISD job fair
Yeah.
for animation, film animation video, and they had all these guys come from like AAA game studios and toy companies and stuff, like recruiters basically, to
Yeah.
look at portfolios. And there was this one girl who did and they didn't like my stuff at all, and my stuff was good. And there was one girl who did like a martial arts karate demonstration type thing as her animation, and a guy from some company that had no business being like a big company, he was like, I like it, but I'm thinking, what if he comes out and just has this like Zen moment and bows before doing his demonstration, just to show his centeredness.
Wait, he said that?
Yeah. Like he was trying to figure out how to make this martial arts demonstration better. Which, I mean, fighting is one of the coolest things that there is. It's extremely human, and it completely like makes you feel alive and like attached to your body, and like in a way that no other sports that I can't imagine. Playing soccer does that. I know weightlifting doesn't do it, and the other physical stuff I've done doesn't do it. And it's so high stakes. Your brain health is on the line, and your image and all these other things. Your ego. It's like so much. It's so real. I mean, that's not an appropriate word to use, but there's no other. I don't really know how to encapsulate all the coolness of fighting, and it's also possible to one of the very best things to watch is the Jackie Chan Every Frame a Painting. So this series, Every Frame a Painting, is very good. It's over now. He stopped doing it, but It's very good. If you care about
like this
filmmaking,
channel.
if you care about filmmaking, you should watch this. Okay, you should really study it. I mean, there's so much as far as if you want to get good at filmmaking, there's so little actual stuff you can watch that's like training or criticism that's like valuable. But this is great. But his sort of he's contrasting Jackie Chan to this shit. The new shit. Like Jackie Chan, they didn't do cuts. Like in Marvel movies, they'll cut on the impact because the actor doesn't want to get accidentally hit in the face. So you have this cut right here that's a split-second cut on the foot going to the face here, which is just, it's like it's schizophrenic. This type of action, right? Like the scorpion. What the fuck even happened? And then you contrast that with this kind of stuff.
We're way behind, by the way. We gotta catch up here. Hallandier says, this is 25. Is PGL one episode per month? Heard you talking about the science fiction and dying Earth genre in one episode. Have you ever read Gene Wolfe's Solar Cycle series? I have words left. Hey, Jet. Hello.
That was a rehearsal that they just played, by the way. But, man, PGL is supposed to be fucking 4 times a month, but we just haven't been able to. We're shooting World Peace 2, and it's just draining.
Butt Knuckles with a 50. Another joyride idea. Dogs and cats are now being diagnosed with mental disorders as a new global trend. Now you can see dogs and cats smoking weed and taking drugs like Xanax and Lexapro for their depression and anxiety.
That's fucked.
Should be dog therapy.
We'll start doing dog therapy on this channel.
Oh, the guy with the... Check Slack real quick. I
Yeah.
sent you the link of the Cranston city councilman smoking crack, passed out.
The Cranston Mangler. Yeah. Can you rebag those? Those are just spares. Okay. Yep. Hold off 1 second here. Oh, this guy's... He's getting some good crack smoking in.
Public servants smoking crack is always the funniest thing. Like the
Crazy.
the Canadian mayor. The crack
How do you even get into that?
Yeah.
How do you even get into smoking crack? When is it around?
Especially for like a guy in a fucking button-up shirt and a tie. Like how does he enter the crack world?
We've played this before, and obviously, kung fu wooden dummy is not what you want for self-defense. All that shit aside, this clip, this is 50 seconds, and in this clip, Jackie Chan is just getting back to his uncle's house. They're reuniting after a while, and his uncle said, "Make yourself at home. Welcome back, Jackie," or whatever. Okay, imagine, just contrast this against a 3-hour Marvel movie.
Hey, Uncle, you still practice?
Uncle, you still practice? And it's just this one shot.
They're selling it.
Well, they're advertised, but that's crazy. So he's coming. He's just reuniting with his family, and he's just nonchalant. He's wearing a suit. You know, he's looking nice for his Chinese uncle. You still practice? He's saying I would have chopped it up for firewood. He's just kept up sometimes.
That's cool.
He just starts dicking around, and then by the end of it, he's like frantically beating the shit out of this thing. And he's interrupted by meeting his nephew, who I don't think he's met yet in the film.
Sir Atlick, thank you for the 5. We got Dakota Kelly Greenleaf with the 25. What age should someone have an idea of what they want to do? I'm 24, feeling lost since losing my dad in 2019. I've had a good dead-end ER job since 2019, but I know I'm wasting my potential here, and I feel so sad.
Age 23. Anything older, you're fucked. No, let me read that. Hold on a second. I mean, good but dead-end ER job. The problem with a good but dead-end job is if that good but dead-end job zaps away your energy so that you can't do something on the side. Because what you would want to do in that situation is you would want to do something on the side and try to pursue some other interest or avenue or something. But if you're in a job, you're kind of stuck there.
ER would definitely drain all of your like mental energy.
Right. So
it's like the perfect example of a job that'll like zap all of your.
So that's a sticky situation, man. You're gonna have to. You got to find something though. You got to find something. Don't and just well, fuck. I don't know, man. Just don't numb yourself with drugs or alcohol. Make sure you're not doing that, because that's how you get really stuck in one of those types of jobs. But you got to find something.
Atten Dinar with the 25. Use AI-generated images to run a fake OF account. If the images are convincing enough and it's the same girl, it could make cash as a side hustle. Would this be worth it?
Yeah, that's probably. You could try that.
Case Steezy, if you buy the cheetah plushie, DM me. I'll set up a musket duel and we'll settle it like men. Whiskey Mood with the 20. Sup, Whiskey Mood? Can we check the
auctions?
Yeah, see what's going on with those. What's the plushie at?
I need that link again. 1 second here. All right, guys. So we are auctioning off Fishtank memorabilia. We got the family sign. We got Chris's wiffle ball bat. We got Chris's cool sunglasses. Painting of Chris by Sylvia. No bids on that. That's surprising.
Chiss.
This is Chiss. We got a pile of fish bucks for you. Painting by Simon. We got the Power Fist. We got some drywall. We got the Chris Schizo plate. Backpack 01. 4 bids on it. Stuart Little. That's a hot ticket item right now. Room 1 poster. The Milkman hat. We got Josie's unicorn plushie. This is at $51. Hey, grab yourself a piece of history. The Loot Crate, the one and only Loot Crate. Oh my, the contract is in there too. That's pretty funny.
The goblin print? Hold on, I want to show that. So this is the first ever Letty goblin print. Someone from Twitter made this image and tagged me. And then I printed out 50 of them and gave it to Sylvia and Josie to put up around the house. Piss Letty off. Oh, the broken cabinet is a really good piece.
This is the one that I really obliterated there with the punch, right? That's a good piece. The white shark outfit's going. Yeah, get in there, guys. Get to bidding. Josie's scalped plushie, $970. Well, that's good. We'll make a couple $1,000 from this. Have to mail a bunch of shit out, though. Pile of random tags. Yeah. It's going good. It's about what was expected here. You ever see Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Yeah, when I was super young.
Well, you should watch it now that you're super normal.
Super old.
Super regular age. You got to see it, man.
Now, I remember thinking, even as like a child watching it, I was like, this is like a phenomenal movie. This is like a special movie.
It's very special.
I talked about it at school
Yeah.
with my friends. I remember that.
Yeah.
I thought I was really cool because I watched Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I was like, nah, you don't get it. This isn't like Cars. This isn't like Toy Story.
It's so great.
Jammed Granular Matter with the 20. What's the best Jackie Chan movie? Also, do you like IP Man or The Raid Redemption?
I've never actually watched Ip Man, and I don't know what The Raid Redemption is. Probably my favorite Jackie Chan movie is Rumble in the Bronx, but they're all the Hong Kong ones, or like Hong Kong era ones, the ones where he's not speaking English. Those are all great. Probably Rumble in the Bronx is the one that encapsulates him the best. Encapsulates his what's good about him.
This is crazy.
I gotta watch House of Flying Daggers too. That's one that this younger girl, Jen Yu. What's her name? No. Whatever the younger one's name is. House of Flying Daggers.
Big Hoss of the 25. Good news. My mom left her purse at home when she was hauled away by an ambulance after I pushed her down the stairs. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Fantastic news. Get to bidding.
Whiskey Mood with the 20 here. Hey, Jet. Hey, Sam. Real nervous here. I have been chomping at bits all week since the last stream to ask you guys this. Who is more alpha, Master Chief or Arthur Morgan? We told you. It's Master Chief.
Well, it was Sigma last time.
Oh, yeah. Sigma?
Master Chief was more Sigma.
Oh, well, definitely. Yeah, no. Arthur Morgan is more alpha. Chief is Sigma.
Chief takes orders, though.
True. But
Which a real alpha would never be in the army taking orders.
But he, at the end of Halo 2, he did get on that that Covenant or that Forerunner ship.
Did he
didn't ask
defy
permission.
orders? Well,
No,
that's
he
Sigma.
just didn't ask permission.
Well, that's Sigma. An alpha doesn't need permission.
Chief, where do you think you're going? Finishing this fight.
This is fucking great.
Game Cheat says he asked permission. You would know, Game Cheat. You're probably right. He probably did ask permission. The biggest Halo fan I can think of is telling me I'm wrong. Leo with the 20. Jet Li versus Donnie Yen and Hero. Every fight in that movie is amazing.
怪兵器不好。去啊，随便挑，我等着你。去啊。
Devin Forward with the 33 Canadian. Hey, thank you, man. Argument Authority, Arabica Bean, the coffee of school teacher, therapists, and Democrats.
It's pretty good.
Do we not have the 48 Laws of Power book?
I don't know. I think it's probably in the dumpster where it belongs.
We have the Dale Carnegie one. How to win friends and influence people. For like the framing of good versus evil for Josie and Letty.
Yeah.
I gave Josie how to win friends and influence people, and I gave Letty 48 laws.
Yeah.
God dies.
Be right back.
Yeah, shit. What the fuck? I'm gonna show you guys a personal favorite video of mine.
I've done it. Optimus Prime lives. Our leader is back.
Hey, Quintesson. You brought me back to life?
It was an accident.
I thank you. Where's Ratchet?
He's gone, Prime. We've got big problems. These spores are infecting everybody. They're making them destroy each other. You're our last hope, Prime.
Oh dear. If Megatron gets his hands on those spores, there's no telling what he'll do.
You mean Galvatron, Prime?
Galvatron?
Yes, Galvatron.
Rodimus, tell me about this Galvatron.
Unicron rebuilt Megatron into a robot called Galvatron. He's way stronger, and he's totally insane.
Fuck. Then Galvatron's the least of our problems. We need to stop Unicron.
Let me get back to you on that.
Cup, my old friend.
We already defeated Unicron. He's just a head floating around in space now.
Good work, Autobots. Now we can focus on stopping Galvatron.
We need to stop the spores from spreading.
Ah, yes, the spores.
Do you have a plan, Optimus?
Of course I have a plan. Ironhide, Prowl, Hopper, I want you three
They're
to...
not here,
I
Prime.
don't know how to tell you this, Optimus. but
Where are they?
They're not here.
I'm afraid they didn't survive the attack on
They
the...
died in battle. I'm sorry, Prime.
Ironhide, dead. My friends. It seems we're in worse shape than I thought, Autobots. Who do we have left?
Wheelie say, I'd help you today.
Who the fuck is this Autobot?
Wheelie's my name. Wanna play a game?
No.
Prime, Willie's been helping us out for a little while now.
Vector Sigma.
We use him as a decoy a lot.
He can stay and guard the base. Who else do we have?
Hey Optimus, it's me, Blur. It's so great that you're
Aw,
up.
shit.
We brought you back to life. Now we have a chance against the Decepticon. We never
Shut
had a
up,
chance.
Blur. Out of all the Autobots to survive. Fuck me. This is all your fault, Rodimus. Great! Who else is still with us?
Yo, this is Blaster blasting at you. Don't you worry, Jack. You know I got your back. How you doing, Prime?
Blaster. Aw, shit. What's up, you motherfucker?
Yo, what's the hat? It's been about a minute since I've seen you.
For show. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now who else?
Hey Prime, it's me, Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. My small little friend. You look different.
Yeah, I just got totally rebuilt. I feel better than ever. I feel like a gold bug.
And that's who you'll be from now on, Bumblebee. Gold Bug.
Wow, thanks. Gee, Optimus, I was kind of thinking I could still be called Bumblebee.
Quiet, Gold Bug.
Shut up now, Optimus.
Don't let it bother you, kid. Wish I could feel like a gold bug. At my old age, I feel like a piece of shit.
And that's who you'll be from now on, Cup. Shit piece.
I don't know about that.
Shit piece. Gold Bug. Organize a strike team immediately. Blaster, you'll hang out with me.
Well, Prime.
Rodimus, I want to have a word with you.
Yes, Optimus.
Give me back that fucking Matrix immediately. You've run this organization right into the fucking ground, Hot Rod.
I tried to do my best.
If you had let Ultra Magnus have the Matrix like I had intended, then we wouldn't be in this mess now, would we?
No, we wouldn't, Optimus, sir.
The best you can do is bring me back to life to fix your problems. It's probably the best move as leader that you've ever made.
I'm sorry I couldn't be the leader.
Nation right into the fucking ground, Hot Rod.
I tried to do my best.
If you had let Ultra Magnus have the Matrix like I had intended, then we wouldn't be in this mess now, would we?
No, we wouldn't, Optimus, sir.
The best you can do is bring me back to life to fix your problems.
The best you can do is bring me back to life to fix your problems. Holy shit, man. That line resonates with me.
Jack 'em up, kid, with the 25. I like blaming all the damage done in the house was because there was smoking going on inside of it.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of smoke damage in there.
That's what broke all the cabinets. It's just the cigarettes.
Man, have you been following the submarine thing?
No.
Oh my god, man.
It's like the new Casey Anthony.
Those people are gonna die.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's so horrifying though. There's 5 people down there. They're just gonna... It's like a rich guy expedition. Oh, look at this. They fucking ruined this. Oh my god. Rich person expedition thing. You know how you can pay to go up in a hot air balloon, that sort of thing. So this one's a submarine, and they built the submarine like cost cutting, like trying to save money on it. And they part of the deal was the guy building it didn't want the team to have a bunch of 50-year-old white guys on it, so they hired young people. There's like women, the female captain and shit. They hired women to help with the submarine, and they had one. They hired one guy that was like an old school established, like an actual like engineer guy, and he told them it was a death trap, and so they fired him. And he sued them after successfully, or he got settled out of court, and so now there's these people down. They went down to look at the ruins of the Titanic. They went in a submarine called the Titan. The Titan is the name of the fictional ship that sort of predicted the Titanic disaster. Before the Titanic was built, there was a fictional book about a ship called the Titan that sunk and went missing or whatever. So they named it. I don't think they did this intentionally, but they named it Titan, the submarine. And so now it's down there with the wreckage of the Titanic, and it's just sitting there. And they have a limited air supply. They supposedly have something like 20 hours or 15 hours of air left, and they've been every half an hour or so they've been hearing banging noises. They've been like tapping the submarine to try to make noise to get someone to come rescue them. But they don't have like a GPS locator or anything. The controller for the they used a wireless Logitech wireless controller, I think, for the submarine controls, and they're bolted in. There's no way to get out of the submarine except for taking like physical bolts off. Not that they would want to get out, at that depth anyway. But they're fucked. They're just dead. They're gonna die probably.
So they can't. Have they sent other submarines down to find them?
They're sending the Victor, which is a remote control like sub rescue thing.
Yeah.
That this thing is like last time I read it was 20 hours away. So maybe there's a chance they'll be saved, but they're in a tight spot. They're probably gonna die.
I feel like this is like a smaller scale of what could happen with like SpaceX missions or like space, like the commercial space stuff.
Sure, yeah. Or the fucking government space stuff. It's just when you don't, if your goal is to not have white men involved, you're gonna get mixed results.
Who did this mission?
This was like the bragging point was that they didn't have a crew full of 50-year-old white men. And it's possible the entire thing is some kind of thing. It's the company's called OceanGate, so it's already primed for social media. OceanGate.
Yeah.
And one of the missing guys is a billionaire, like the world's 17th richest man or something. So it's possible it's like they killed someone on purpose, or they're just doing some sort of weird thing. I don't, whatever.
That's where they're at right now, in like a little tube.
They're in a tube. Yeah. They this is the sub. This is it right here.
Jesus, man.
Yep.
Whiskey Mood says, thank you guys for answering the Master Chief question, the MCQ. My community is no longer plagued by drugs and violence. You guys rock. Anyway, any similar sketches to Mom's sketch in World Peace 2?
Not quite. We don't have a Mom's Redux kind of deal. The OceanGate team right here. Yeah. So make of that what you will.
It's her fault.
This lady, this enthusiasm right here.
That's the girl who wrote the NASA code of that stack of pages. Oliver with the 250 SEK. Hey, Sam and Jet, a question for you both. I work very hard, no drugs, life's good. I can uphold the hustle for now, but I feel like I'm going psychotic from burnout. Have you experienced anything like this? How can I deal with it?
Yeah, you don't want to get burnt out. You need to build relaxation time and decompression into your schedule for sure. Don't disregard the need for that sort of thing. Just throw that in the mix. Don't feel like you need to be running 1,000 miles an hour all the time. You got to do something to relax. Yeah, so this looks like a college. It's still a lot of white people, but this looks like a college after school kind of thing. Like these are
everyone who's trapped in the submarine?
No. These are the people who worked on it. But anyway, man.
Are they in the Bermuda Triangle?
No, they're wherever the Titanic sunk.
That's dark, man. That's it's got to be the worst place to be stranded. Do they have communications?
No.
How do they know they're like tapping on the?
They can hear it.
Oh.
It's just the sound carries underwater.
Oh wow.
I don't know why they wouldn't be able to like triangulate the position and figure out exactly where they are.
Yeah, sonar.
Why can't you do that? But whatever. It could be an op here. I don't know.
They're are they faking the death of a billionaire so he can get facial reconstructive surgery and reappear in New Zealand?
Yeah.
Big Benny with the 25 Canadian. Hey Sam, any good car from before the 2010s that could go for a second car? My first one got declared dead after a few years of use.
Just get a crew cab pickup. That's what everybody should have. If you're a project car or whatever, or a cool car, that's not an option. You need utility.
I got nothing going on. I'm critical of everything except myself. I got him in my bio, and I know.
Nice.
That's crazy that Doc's beefing with Hassan.
Yeah. No one likes Hassan.
No, they don't.
Like, you aren't the only one, like...
I think the left sees him as, like, the guy that is charismatic and marketable and could be liked.
Yeah.
But he's not. And, what'll eventually happen is he'll get fat. Not fat, but he'll get, his uncle genetics. He's gonna get... And his whole thing is going to fall apart when he's like the size of every other, commentator.
Yeah.
In the waist. Which
he gets chenked.
He's going to get chenked, yeah.
Doc Wynn.
Man, you really don't want to die in a submarine, man. God, how awful, how hideous. I would kill the people in the submarine.
Yeah.
First of all, listen, I'm not going to joke about people that got a death sentence, but there's the 2 Pakistanis down there. There's 2 Pakistanis.
And they're breathing my oxygen.
I'm not joking about this. I think that all human life is I don't think that life is sacred. I think that life is sacred, but I don't think that life is sacred to the point where you need to be surrounded by Pakistanis while you're dying. Listen, here's the thing. I respect everybody.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not that much though. But if you're
you just have mad love for all the races.
Listen, man, I'm perfectly willing. Listen, here they are, okay? These guys are great. They're an amazing people. If you go to Pakistan, my brother,
yeah,
okay, Habibi, you go there, you go to the marketplace, they've got dates, they have hummus, they welcome you, as long as you don't have a woman with you.
Yeah.
Because then you're in our situation.
Yes.
But you go there as a man. Hey, I'm a man. I'm not going to not shake another man's hand, and I don't even care if if they wipe their ass with whatever they do.
Yeah.
I'll shake his hand. I'm not going to touch my face afterwards. I will shake hands. I will eat the dates. I will go around the market. I would love. It would be amazing.
Yeah.
You know. Wear the little hat. Wear the whole dress thing.
Mm-hmm.
Walk slow down the marketplace. Look at all the crazy, just the sights. Breathe in the air. That's just strange. My God, humanity is flourishing. It's amazing.
The smell
and
is
these
flourishing.
people, I don't resent them at all. I want them to flourish. I want the best for everybody, all around the globe. I hope everybody around the globe flourishes. I really do. I really do.
But
nope. Now, when I was in college, I remember using the college gym, and I remember these guys coming in.
Yeah.
Wearing polo shirts, jeans, belts, lifting weights in a striped polo shirt, in a dress shirt, dress shoes, jeans.
J. Crewed out.
Wearing J. Crew and jeans to the gym to lift weights. Okay? That's different than the marketplace situation.
These are the J. Crew guys. They're not the hard working.
No, it's just that now I'm smelling them while I'm I've got whatever amount of pounds on my back.
That submarine's a lot smaller than a gym.
Now, if I'm about to die, there's 5 things. There's 5 things I don't want to hear while I'm dying. Okay. Number 1 is a female cop saying, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. I did it by accident. I'm sorry. It was an accident. I thought it was my taser." That's the number 1 thing you absolutely do not want to hear while you're dying.
Yeah.
And that's and listen, the police brutality thing. You can watch all the police brutality videos on LiveLeak. Okay, you can watch people of every race getting killed all day. You can get emotional about whatever situation you want. Okay. And there's one video of a black kid, he's an autistic kid, and they're like wrestling him to the ground and giving him tranquilizer because he's so autistic he doesn't want to be touched. That's the one that was like, he died, he was like the violin kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, that's a terrible situation. That's fucking terrible, okay? But it's not necessarily a racist thing. It's not necessarily something you can even, how do you control for that? Because in this country, if you resist the police, the way it is the police have the power to, and they will, every time escalate the situation until you die.
Yeah.
You can't. That's just how it is. That's how it is in this country. So, unless you fix that for me, for when I'm driving as fast as I can, and I can just do that. I need the license to drive as fast as I want at any moment. And if I get pulled over, I'm going to keep running because I will. And I would love to do that, and I'd love to avoid the police, but you can't do that in this country. Okay? If you escalate it, you're going to die.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. And it's not even. It's. I'm sure there are times where it's racial. I think a lot of the time it's just how it is. Okay. And but the when people suffer actual racism, I feel terrible for that. And I watch the police brutality videos all the time, and a lot of the time it's just the guy deserved it. He deserved to get fucking shot in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's one that actually did get me. Okay, it's a Hispanic. It's either a Hispanic guy or a Native American guy or whatever, and he's surrounded by cops, and he says, "I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna run." He starts putting his stuff down. I'm unarmed. I'm going to run. Sorry, gotta go. He runs off, and he is at some point in the video mistakenly shot. He was unarmed. He was just running, which is not a good idea, and obviously you shouldn't do that. But he's shot mistakenly by a female cop, and as he's dying, this is the part that it's not that he's accidentally shot by the cops. Okay, shit happens. I don't like police. It's also a terrible job. Do you really want to deal with homeless people all day with needles in their pockets? Okay, it's just this terrible situation all around. It's not something I get emotional about. But the thing that crushed me was that as he's fucking dying, man, the last thing he hears is a fucking bitch C-word female cop going, I'm sorry, oh my god, I can't, for fucking 20 minutes. He's bleeding out, and this fucking dumb bitch is cry, scream, apologize, as if that's going to help her in court or something. Cry, scream, apologizing for accidentally shooting the guy. That made me really upset. So my point being, what was my point that I was getting to here? Hold on a second. Don't read anything. Oh yeah. If I'm on a submarine and these two guys right here, if they're quiet, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's not, and it's not the Pakistani smell. I don't, it's not a racist thing. But if this kid who looks like he's on the spectrum is going, Papa dibble dabble gabba dooble dabble, Papa dibble dabble gabba doo no data papa gooble, no my son gablu riba luka gabba buda duba, then there's 3 people getting choked out to death minimum. These 2 and the guy that ran the expedition. I just need their air.
Yeah.
And then probably the last one's going to die too anyway, by me, because I have to now because I murdered 3 people.
Yeah, he saw it happen.
Yeah, he just watched all that shit happen and did nothing to defend him, so he's got to go.
Well, okay, so say 24 hours left of oxygen with 5 people. What's the math? You know?
I mean, that's 100 hours for me.
Yeah.
And these 2, they're not breathing light.
Papa.
They're not breathing slow.
Yeah, they're hogging air down.
Which, by the way, I mean, you could easily, can't you curb your oxygen consumption and breathe? I'm sure you can do that. That's what I would be doing down there. But I don't know if I don't want to say anything. They're gonna die. I don't want to say anything terrible about these people. It's a really horrific thing to think about. But I wouldn't let this guy live if it's my air. Hamish Harding, mate. Nice to meet you. Hamish, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, mate. 12 hours later. Sorry, Hamish, you gotta...
Hamish.
Yeah. Sorry, Hamish. It was nice to meet you, Hamish. It was nice to meet you. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's such my Hamish Harding, mate. Nice to meet you, mate. Oh, blind crikey. It looks like we're in a tight spot of jam and pickles. That's how that would go.
Wait, isn't it international waters? So what's the legality?
That's free. You get freebies down there.
Free kills.
Yeah.
Bunch of chats here. Hey, Peter, it's 7 o'clock and you still have your P. Thank you for the 25. Hey, Jet, any plans to sell your eyebrows in the auction? Love the content. Keep up the great work and a hype for World Peace 2. Man, this is all I got, man. I'm keeping them. Yellow Hood 2099 with the 20. Hey, Sam and Jet, who was your favorite person of Fishtank? Mine was Chris.
Mine's Chris, too.
Yeah, Chris.
Chris gave the most, He's like, it's like the what do they say about the troops? They gave the most and whatever the least. Chris was for sure the man. He was the big man.
I was constantly impressed by how not lazy he was in every way.
Yeah.
He was always awake. He was always there.
Mm-hmm.
And all he had to do was be himself, and he did that great. Whiskey Mood with the 20 Jet. I know you do, but has Sam been returning his shopping carts before leaving the grocery store? Not doubting him, just want to make sure he stays on the correct path. Look, I changed my mind on that. After watching Cart Narcs, I thought I got a moral message. But lately, the past 20 times, I've just sent my cart flying through the parking lot. Don't care. Just going to leave it.
I think it depends on where you're at. I think it depends on, it's circumstantial a lot of time. If I see a coexist bumper sticker, then all the trash in my car is going out onto the ground. They deep faked the retard guy from Logan Paul to get a hair transplant ad. That's cool.
Sometimes it's all right to be a lazy bones. Particularly when I was doing like target runs for Fishtank, is when I started really leaving my cart because the urgency.
You just didn't have time.
No, literally,
Yeah.
like something. Like my thought, anytime I wasn't in the fish tank, is like, all right, I probably need to get back because somebody's probably about to die. I need to get back.
Yeah.
But Cart Narcs is good. The Vodo doll with the 280 Norwegian kroner. Sam, have you had any experience with Saab? If you have that in the U.S. as a truck mechanic, I only see what's the best to work with and last the longest. Saab, as in Swedish cars or Japanese, usually the best choice in my opinion.
I like I like the Saab 900 a lot. It's like one of these, but like slammed on BBS wheels. Would be cool, and that thought has occurred to me. Not the dinky BBS RS wheels that are like they're like really 80s and not the best way. They're pretty dated, the BBS RS, although I'm sorry if you have those. Something like this though, this is kind of cool. It's a shame to me though that it's a four banger. I mean, it's a four banger. The way you'd make a 4-cylinder sound good is with induction. You would need like a big carbon airbox or something, and these are turbos, so you can't really do that. So I'd be surprised if there was a good sounding Saab out there. So that's the only reason why I'm not a Saab fiend. Maybe it would be cool if you did a K-swap or something, or just put whatever 4-cylinder and put a big ass loud airbox in it. That might be cool. But one of the things, the dinky little cars, like, hey, should I get a Pontiac Matrix or Pontiac Vibe? Like cars that are shaped like this.
Yeah.
Like there's cool cars that are shaped like that, like a Focus RS, like an old MK1, not this fucking thing, but like this is cool, okay? But they're mostly not cool. They're mostly not cool. This car is cool. This one's not. This is not a cool car, and it's like, it's very aspirational. There's something about it that's very much like an Oris watch or something, where it's like I couldn't afford a big boy car, either mentally or monetarily. Like this Focus is pretty big money. I'm sure this is like, I don't know, $50,000 or something. If you went to go buy this right now, if you got a Focus RS, Focus RS Mark III, $35,000. So if you want like a nice one, it's probably $40,000. It's not like it's a cheap car. This one went for 62,000 pounds, mate. So it's not a cheap car, but it's a psychological. There is a psychological cost to a big boy car, in that they're hard to maneuver. They're very visible, and they take up a lot of space. and they're just like if you don't have the ego for it, then here's what I'm trying to say. Driving a car like this, it's like having bad posture. It's like making yourself physically as small as possible. And I think a lot of young guys, they don't think, oh, I'd get a Camaro Gen 4. Like this car right here, it's dirt cheap. They're awesome. You can get one with like some real serious power. You could put a little tiny bit of money into this and have something really fast. And they're not even bad looking. Like if you don't ruin this with bad customization, this is cool. Slammed on whatever those are, OZ wheels or whatever. If you don't ruin this with bad customization, it also looks good. But this car is like, this is a preposterous car. To drive this around all day and be like, yeah, that represents me. What? That's kind of like, you could do that in the country if you're out in the sticks, but if you're in Providence driving this around and you're like, yeah, the Camaro you keep seeing everywhere, that's me. Like, you know, some art school kid or a guy working a job at a graphic design studio or something is not going to be comfortable doing that, whereas they would be comfortable buying a car like this. And I would say it's better to just get over that and be comfortable driving something like this, you know? Just be a man. Upgrade already. This is like little boy shit. When you buy one of these, you're either so over it all that you just want to have fun in like a car that's like fun to throw around, which I do want to get there's a bunch of cars that are like this form factor that I want to get, but the other thing is you're just like a little boy and you're like, I'm not ready for a Chevy Impala. I'm not ready for a big boy car. That's too much muscle. I don't want that. Like my girlfriend would make fun of me if I had one of these, you know? Everyone would think I have a small penis if I bought a Camaro. You know?
How much do those go for?
Fucking probably 10,000. Cheap as shit. You will go buy one right now outside. There's one for sale in the parking lot for 3,000. They made 2.7 million of these. 4th gen Camaro. They made 6 million of them.
I think they mostly all got like rotted out in backyards and stuff.
Nope, they're in Woonsocket. They're for sale right now, 14,000, 40,000 miles, convertible. It's probably nice in Illinois. The nicest one, the SS 30th anniversary with no miles on it, 40,000. That's the highest you could ever pay for this car. For like the limited super edition, no miles, is 40,000. Here's one, 40,000 miles, 20,000 bucks. So the Craigslist prices are even lower. These are places that actually bother to list them online. This one, 94, Z28, 10,000. So you go on Craigslist right now, you probably go in for 5,000.
Kelsey Harvey with the 25. Hey Sam, did you get that video I sent you on Instagram? Possibly some character inspiration for the Candyman if and when you do boxing again. Thank you and God bless you.
I did not. I'm sorry.
A Yellow Hood 2099. Hey Sam and Jet, do you play Dark Souls? If not, what do you guys think of those games people invest hundreds of hours in?
Are you a Dark Souls fan?
No, I hate it.
I'm not a big fan of those. I know that there's like a very deep lore or story behind it, which is I do want that, and I love the fact that it's environmental storytelling. Like you pick up an item and that's how you have to decipher what's happening.
Yeah.
But the story, the lore is all Chinese.
Yeah.
It's like a Japanese guy. And listen, there's a lot of great stuff. Metal Gear Solid, which the parts about Metal Gear Solid that people like are all. It's what the Japanese do best, which is regurgitate American stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's Snake Plissken from Escape from L.A. This is who Solid Snake is supposed to be. He's like basically this guy, right? This is Snake Plissken from John Carpenter's Escape from New York and Escape from L.A. This is who inspired the Snake character, like to a huge degree. Even the underwater entrance and everything that he does in Escape to L.A., which is fine. I think it's great to take cultural things and like bash them apart and see what you can make out of it. But my point is that the Japanese, what they do best is they take American stuff and do it either better or different in a very interesting way. Like all the classic cars that people love, these 60s and 70s Japanese cars. These are like pocket-sized muscle cars. Like look at this right here. This is, and they're great. I love them. It's awesome. But when the Japanese come up with stuff on their own, like the Souls games, it's like the God of Bone. What's the plot in here? Where do we go here? Games. This guy right here, he's a super genius guy. Dark Souls plot. Let's see what we got. Takes place in the fictional setting. Come on. Takes place in the fictional kingdom of Lordran. Lordran. Which is like, this is, he might as well call it laundry. Like imagine a Japanese guy thinking of the word Lordran. Like he's probably looking at how does a Japanese man come up with the name Lordran? The answer is by looking at a cover of Conan the Barbarian and thinking like Chinese laundry gum duck sao bo chow honor the Schwarzenegger do Lord dendu. And then someone around him was like, logo sound good. Make it shorter. Lordran. That's how that came about. And it's probably not even Lordran. It's probably rolled Lordran. Rolled. However he says it is not how it's spelled. The creatures went into the flame and claimed a Lord's soul. And listen. I wish there was like 3 paragraphs that the guy himself wrote. So like, I get that the games are so good, and people have had like all these special moments playing them.
Yeah.
And that's something I don't mean to condescend to that. Okay, I know everybody's had very special moments playing Dark Souls, and therefore that elevates the lore, right? Like if you have a great, amazing time playing Toe Jam and Earl. Yeah. Like to me, the Toe Jam and Earl canon is up there in Mount Everest. Yeah. Okay. What's the Toe Jam and Earl? Oh, there's an alien named Toe Jam and an alien named Earl, and they got a hip hop, yo. They gotta fix their spaceship, yo. Money. Okay, but I played that game so much that the lore is like, oh, you think you don't like Toe Jam and Earl? Fuck you.
Yeah. There's an attachment.
Yeah. So that's how I understand that I'm like poking the hornet's nest here with Dark Souls, but listen, guys, with the Lord in control of the world, the age of a fire begins. Age all fire, all an age. The whole age is all fire, ice. Consider it a golden era where everything flourished. Fire flourishing. Gwyn build analingus or anal sex. What the word I like on a website I go to, American website. Anal sex. Gwen Stefani is Gwyn. Okay. Gwyn build Enorlando. My capital atop a mountain, so we're closer to the sun. Nito. What another word I like? Nito tires. The tire company, Nito Tires. Nito took over the underground catacombs, spreading the concept of a death. Spreading the concept of death? That's another thing that is in like Death Stranding and like anything where the Japanese, that phrase, spreading the concept of death. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that
doesn't mean anything. spreading the concept of death from below. Well, the Witch of Izalith study fire. What? The Witch of Izalith? She's studying. She's got fireballs. She's studying. This led to pyromancy abilities. Additionally, Seath sat comfortably. It's just like an AI wrote this. Havel the Rock. I mean, he's not English. He's not American. He doesn't have any cultural background. He's literally looking at movie covers. He must have been looking at like School of Rock or like something with the word haven in it.
Yeah.
Like he was looking at two different things and he just two different like just nonsense things like Mrs. Doubtfire and a fucking like clothing brand's website and smashed them together and got Havel the Rock, a loyal knight under Gwyn's range. Dooming him to turn hollow and go mad, blah, blah, blah. Artorias and the Abyss. In the universe, a little village called Ulasile sits atop the Abyss. What? The Abyss can be described as the darkness found within all mankind, and it could threaten to snuff out the first flame. This is nonsense. It's not even metaphorical or alluding to something that is like a real human thing or whatever. There's also Cathy, the primordial serpent who exhibits his desire to see the Age of Fire end. Dig up the grave of Manus, the primordial man. It's just so much. It's like fragments of Western mythology put in meaningless random locations and using names from like movies and books and shit and from fucking probably magazines. Probably looking at Vogue magazines. There's a 10% chance he was reading Gwen Stefani's name when he came up with Gwyn. Okay?
You're contextualizing this in a way that kind of makes me understand why I never liked the Chinese stuff.
I'm not trying to shit on it unnecessarily because this is the way anybody creative comes up with stuff. You know, you're going about your day, you look at stuff, you see things here and there. The difference is if you have like an understanding of your culture's mythology and what words mean, then you hopefully wind up with something that makes sense. But there's only we got
a bunch of these by the way.
The 36 dramatic situations, okay, proposed by Georges Polti to categorize every dramatic situation that might occur. Analyzed classical Greek texts. But nihil, whatever, sucka, nothing new under the sun. The quote, the phrase "nothing new under the sun" has been around since before the Bible. It's an ancient Roman Greek thing. Nothing new under the sun. Everything is everything that comes about is and it's not. This isn't a negative and nihilistic thing. It's just a fact that things get recycled, and that's part of the cycle of life and the part of the cycle of creation. Okay, so if you're creating something, you would have a very, very hard time coming up with a plot that is not one of these 36 situations. Okay, it's not to say that it's impossible, but if you did it, you'd probably have some junk, you'd probably have some shit. Okay, so that's how these things come around. You're recycling things, you're taking inspiration from nature, from other cultural fragments, whatever, mimetic, whatever, generational knowledge, whatever. But if you're Japanese and you're looking at Game of Thrones and you're looking at a fucking tub of Tide detergent, you're going to come up with some shit that makes no sense.
J-Man with the 25. I think Destiny drives a Focus RS Lamau. I saw it on my timeline where he raged at a chatter about manual cars or whatever. Pretty funny, though.
And the game, I am sure the game is so great that this doesn't matter. However, if your thesis here is that the Dark Souls lore is that good, I have a bone to pick with you. Players see Gwyn's second daughter, Filianor, in the Dark Souls Ringed City DLC. separated the pygmies from the rest of the world. In the ringed city, she holds a cracked egu that crumbles when touched and transports players to final boss battle. It's literally like the fucking South Park episode where they're making fun of Japanese people. That's the voice you got to read all this in here.
Robert's Pickle Nickel with the 25. Hey Sam, what were the two women like behind the scenes on the Wall show, and where did you find them?
They were pretty horny. But just through casting, probably through fucking backstage or whatever. Just normal bitches, horny. They were quite sexual.
We got
not too much though.
Just lightly, medium.
I mean, you could tell they would just from talking to them, they had fucked a lot. Like hundreds.
Thousands.
No, like hundreds. I take that back. I'm making that up. I don't want to put anybody on blast. They're good actresses.
Whiskey Mood with the 20. Thoughts on Bungie's new game Marathon? The new trailer's out.
I'm sure it sucks a big fucking cock.
Destiny sucks.
Destiny sucks, man. And I saw the Starfield. Listen, maybe Starfield is going to be a good game, but the design of the weapons and shit. This shit is mad generic. This could be from anything. This looks like Dead Space. It looks like anything.
Yeah.
This shit could be from anything. This could be from anything. This could be from a person's like college portfolio of space design stuff. It's so generic, man. And I know that there's it's the space P90. Like every game is not going to have the space P90 in it.
It's like ripped right. It feels like some ArtStation.
It's like this is yes.
Yeah.
This is like the ArtStation game. I hope it'll be fun. I hope it's. I don't necessarily care that the graphics are the art direction is uninspired ass. Could still be a great game.
We gotta hit a bunch of these really quick.
Yeah.
Dr. Bad with the 25 Australian. Imagine having life as a video game money, knowing tried and tested certified vehicles exist, and then picking the carbon fiber tard tube controlled by a Bluetooth PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
George Smith with the 77 euros. Thank you, George Smith. That is very generous. Thanks for the show, Kings. Jet, can you tell the difference between the loot boxes? You sat on a few I bought, Camp Rat Battle and the Letty and Damiel fight. I'd go hard by it. Show helped put a nail in the coffin for my last video and weed and pee-orn habits. That's good, man. I like hearing unintended positive consequences, like things that were going on in people's lives while the show was going on.
I hope so.
That's cool, man. As far as the difference between the two loot boxes, man, I've interacted with both of them so much that they were the same item to me by the end of it. I don't know the difference between them. I don't know which one was used where, but you can pretend. You can pretend that it's the one you ordered before. I mean, if you ordered two, 50% chance that, 25% chance you miss, technically. Mo with the 25. I enjoy Dark Souls and FromSoft World MSP and game mechanics, but the lore is Japanese schizo facsimile of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. Thankfully, the way the game is, you aren't pestered by cutscenes and dialogue.
Yeah, I'm sure it is a great game. I'm sure it's really fun.
Jammed Granular Matter with the 20. Do you like Akira Kurosawa movies?
Yes. I've only seen Ran, which was fucking unbelievable.
Good?
Yeah. I've only ever seen Ran, which I am an ignoramus. I know I have a lot of opinions, but I need to there's a lot of stuff I have not seen. But Ran was unbelievable. It was outstanding.
Retailed with the 25. Dark Souls lore is the same as Skyrim and Dragon's Dogma, the world resetting over and over again. You are the one of the infinite chosen ones to set things in motion. Don't expect too much out of it. It's an RPG, not a book. And Neophyte with the 25. Thoughts on the Kenshi game? I found the struggle of the original developer creating it as a night security guard interesting. His original story and game lore is pretty awesome. The game's pretty fantastic.
Is that the one where you're in like Mad Max but
yeah,
Chinese? That game's probably too hard for me. But it does have a crazy look to it though. That is a crazy looking game.
It was made by one guy, which is really impressive.
Yeah.
Yellow Hood 2099. Hey Jet and Sam, what new movies do you recommend I watch? The new Spider-Man movie, and I watched the new Spider-Man movie and wanted to leave when I saw a poster saying "Save Trans Kids."
Damn.
New
Holy
movies.
shit.
I want to watch Oppenheimer.
They're not.
That's all I can think
They're
of.
not good, man. You don't need to watch new movies. There's enough old ones. You should just watch the old ones.
I want to rewatch The Network. I want to watch more Sidney Lumet movies. I was thinking about that last night. Big Hoss with the 20. Check out 2012 Boss 302. They did a lot of things right with this car, which became the framework for the newer Mustangs. Alright, we're caught up.
I mean, I like how narrow the grill and the headlights are, but this is the same problem that every new car has, which is if you squish it a little this way, it's basically an SUV. Like the belt line is so high. If you make it a little bit more compact, you have a sort of Toyota Venza silhouette. So there you go. This is a different story, which I believe this is a story of a Japanese guy taking American stuff and running with it. The Boss 302 was the Larry, what's his name? First generation. Larry Shinoda. And it's called The Boss after the boss of Ford, right? An homage to the president of Ford, Seaman Knudsen. So that's a nice tribute right there. But this is a very, very crazy looking vehicle. This looks like shit though. Yeah, it's just a comparison thing. Like if this wasn't two colors, if it was one color, if it didn't have this fruitcake paint job on it, and you saw this driving around, you'd be like, oh, that's fine. It looks like whatever. But just compare it to anything else, and it's just from a previous era. There's no comparison. This is a sort of timeless shape and design. This is a fucking piece of shit that can pass under certain lighting and circumstances, certain wheels on it, whatever. Marathon.
I think this is like a looter shooter, right?
And I like that it at least looks different.
It looks cool, actually.
PvP extraction shooter?
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
You don't like it? I love extraction shooters.
No,
That's my favorite genre.
I'm all set.
I will be running some Marathon.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
The art style does look cool. That's the first time I've seen anything from that. Have you seen The Finals?
What?
Look up The Finals. It's another game that kind of has that. That's just a cinematic. But look up the gameplay. It's crazy. Yeah, that one. It's like all destruction stuff. It's like Battlefield 3. A lot of the Battlefield team made this game, the original, before Battlefield got totally blown out.
Okay. This is pretty cool looking, I guess. Yeah. Whatever. Man, I need to play a game badly.
Yeah. I want to try the finals, but it seems very limited in scope. It seems like just a...
I'm obsessed. I need a V12 now.
Yeah?
I'm obsessed with it.
That car you showed me with the... that sounded really good?
Yeah.
The $4 million.
The problem is it's $4 million.
Yeah.
But what I think you could do is you could buy, there's a, maybe a salvage. This engine from the 550 Maranello sounds in race trim sounds somewhat similar.
How much is that?
This car?
Yeah.
I mean, if you bought like a salvage engine on eBay or something, if you were lucky enough to find one. But this car is actually not expensive either. It's like $150. But I don't know if I like the car itself. Fuck. 200, 199, 150. Probably like 175 for a real deal. Yeah. But I don't know if I like this silhouette, this shape. I mean, it's not ugly, but it is a Corvette. It is what I talked about the last time I talked about Italian car design, which is where the Italian mind has been skull fucked by the 70s, 80s era of reskinning Corvettes, which is an interesting thing to think that these people are so fucking retarded. They're the best designers and artists in the world, and they make a Corvette, and they're still doing it. Only now it's $1 million, $2 million for a Corvette. This is the same. This is a C7 Corvette. It's like tweak here, two changes. Oh, and it's more fluid. The lines are more fluid. I see what they did there. They made it swoop like a Nike swish. Very inventive.
You should just put a fucking Nike logo on the side.
But I think if the funding was, I mean, if I had money to do something like this, I think what would be cool would be to
take that engine, put it in a different car.
Because what you wouldn't put a screaming V12 in a Trans Am or something. It just wouldn't look. It wouldn't make sense. Let me none of these in particular here, but there's one, and it's crazy how wheels can either ruin or make the look of a car, more so than any other visual element. The round things that it sits on. I mean, this is not what I was thinking, but this is kind of good right here. I think a screaming V12 in a car that looks like this would be appropriate. The problem is that there's not enough room in this car. So if you were to do something like that, you would need to spend so much money on like a tubular chassis extension and more body work, and you'd have to move that rear wheel back probably a foot. Or maybe more to accommodate the V12. It would be like a $300,000, $400,000 engineering project. But that's
cheaper than $4 million.
It's cheaper than $4 million, yeah.
Lars with the 250 Norwegian kroner. Hey Sam and Jet, how did you learn so much about visual design, and any tips on how to get good at it?
spend time analyzing what makes good things good and what makes bad things bad. And probably, I don't know if I would listen to other people so much, because people have a real fucked up idea of what is good nowadays. What the fuck is this thing? Man.
M2 Sprite with the 25 euros. Sam, what's your take on the Honda Integra DC2 Type R from the 90s? Thinking of buying one and building it for the track.
Yeah, that's awesome. I want one. That's a sick ass. That is a sick vehicle. I think get it with the flat headlights. Find one of these. Find one with the more rectilinear headlights.
Yeah,
and
how much are those to go for?
Don't go. These are a lot. They're pretty expensive. I would bet like 65,000 for a. And they're not. It's not like you get a whole lot of car.
Yeah.
It's 65,000 because it's a collector's item. But when these are like, if it's not too customized, if it's like built in a reserved way, these are really something else. And there's something about seeing like an economy car that, like, the engineers engineered it to scream around a track and like be thrown around, but it doesn't have the thing about cars that don't have a lot of power is you can keep your foot on the gas. Like, you can just drive around Providence full throttle going up hills and shit. Like, that's kind of more fun than having to watch out for what you're doing.
Yeah.
So this is kind of great. I've never driven one, but I would imagine that it's probably great. And I would imagine you'd probably ruin it by turbocharging it. So I would say probably like a stock plus kind of deal would be cool if you had one of these.
IED, man, thank you for the Canadian there. We got one sec.
I mean, this
and
looks...
also Yellow Hood 2099, man, thank you for the 10. Joey with the 25. Due to a hack, I'm going through something very similar to the fishes. Due to a hack, I'm going through something very similar to the fishes, and I just want to say, when I found the Fishtank stream, watching it for weeks brought serious comfort and helped me not feel too shitty during my situation.
Good to hear it.
So you weren't the only one losing privacy. You had somebody to suffer with.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
You got access to your webcams. We got the feed up on the Fishtank too, right now.
Soviet War Dog with the 25. Dark Souls lore feels like FromSoft said, okay, what's the wackiest, most confusing thing our fiendish yellow brains can come up with? We got Jammed Granular Matter. What do you think? Do you think the U.S. dollar will lose its position as the world's reserve currency in the short term?
No. I think that the CIA and the spooks, I think they probably have it under control, even though it appears like they don't. I think the appearance that they don't have it under control is there to throw you for a loop, but I don't think anybody's coming around to fuck with the U.S. dollar. That's my hunch though. And all the doom porn.
Yeah.
It's like, tomorrow is the day.
Yeah.
The banks are over. They're it's the whatever the fuck. That was the same thing as 3 years ago.
It's just a grift.
I don't know, man. I just think it's. I think the spooks are in control.
I think part of their plan is to have everything crash eventually, so they can buy it all up for pennies. But when that happens, they're just going to pull out their CBDC, central bank digital currency, I think, and then they'll enforce the reserve status of that under nuclear threat. So the dollar, as it stands, is on. What I think is it's on. It will go to zero like every other currency, any other fiat currency that's ever existed, but they're just gonna turn around and have the answer to the crisis be their solution, their pre-planned solution, which is you know, federal digital dollar, Federal Reserve digital dollar. But in that period of this, when the period from switching to what we have now to what will come, there is a huge moment of opportunity for cryptos and commodities. That's what I think.
What do you think of this fucking thing?
What is that?
It's a Lister Storm.
Lister?
Lister.
I've never heard of that.
I know. I'm gonna roll up to work in one of these.
I can lease that, right?
You cannot. Look how fucked up ugly this is. Look at this thing. Jet, look.
That's like some James Bond shit.
It's crazy looking, isn't it?
I could see what's the guy with the silver grills in the James Bond movie. I could see him hopping out of that in a suit.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, man. This thing's fucking crazy. Want to see a crazy car that I love? It's awesome. God, come on, cock. This right here. Did I already show this? Did I already show you this on the stream? Venturi?
The back of that car is crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's like a snub-nosed revolver. That's nuts. How much does that go for?
$250.
Greasy Jello says, what's the worst physical pain you've experienced in life? I have hell's itch right now and I want to rip my skin off.
Testicular torsion.
Whenever every time I went in the woods, I would get poison ivy, and I would eventually scratch my ball sack, and then it would just get me. What's hell's itch?
Sunburn.
Oh.
Pussy.
You got sunburn? Poison sumac in the groin region is pretty terrible.
You should try testicular torsion.
Wet Bandit with the 25. Have you heard Dick Masterson is willing to shave his head and do his character from the Dr. Phil episode 2 for Fishtank season 2 bit? He promoted it on the show in his pod. That's how I heard he fell in love with the show.
Nice.
I do like that character. Wesley Hall, thank you for joining. We need more members. I haven't said thank you for joining Severe Beast much today. Surely it's because you're aping into these. You're really aping your whole Solana balance into these auctions we got going.
Please do, guys.
Joe Fiasco with the 28 Canadian. Was John tearing up Luddy's passport part a bit, or was that about to be a bad time and can't wait for World Peace 2? Lego. That was real.
Not a bit.
Whiskey Mood, 2000 Isuzu Trooper, most reliable vehicle I have ever owned. Bought for $1,500, sold for $4K 5 years later. 37-inch tires, 4-inch lift.
That is a good one.
Can we check the auctions again?
Yeah. Fucking edit it down. Sounds good. Give me 1 second here. I gotta do something. It's work related.
So you just, to clarify, you just like that.
Sound.
Is that a Ferrari? You just like it for the sound the engine makes?
Yeah.
That's
That sound is pretty perfect right there. Anyway. Oh, shut the fuck up. Fishtank auctions.
Roboman2444. Check out Gingium. He's made some cool custom vehicles like all-wheel drive Miata and rear engine Eclipse.
Now this page doesn't update properly here.
Doesn't?
It doesn't. Let's see. People bidding on the megaphone.
Nice.
Josie's cheetah plushie, mouse movie, loot crate,
mouse movie,
milkman hat, water gun, point card, family decor, Vance artwork, Sylvia artwork, unicorn plushie, room poster,
barn tutorial, $10,000.
Good to see it, guys. Josie's voodoo doll.
Nobody wants to let his piece out? Come on.
Come on, guys.
Josie's tank top. Yeah, that's going to be a $10,000 item.
Josie's shirt. Is this listed twice?
I don't know.
No, my bad. Fortune cookie foldable. Okay, 56. No bids. No bids. Nice.
This is when somebody was taking notes from Camino's lecture.
Yeah.
Letty writing down drop shipping next to on a bullet point is so funny.
That's really funny. Condition acceptable.
With the the $1 price sticker still on it. It's
Yeah.
so funny. What's the loot crate going for? You already closed it?
No, it's coming up, I think. Did I already close it?
I think so. It's
Oh,
alright
really?
though.
I'm surprised nobody wants the voodoo doll.
Yeah, the voodoo doll is very high tier item.
It also gives you power over Josie.
Yeah. It has utility.
Okay.
Guys, check the link in the description if you want to look at any of the items that are up for auction. It's also available on Sam's Twitter. Check them out. It's the newest update.
Oh, brother.
That's what the two Pakistani guys are doing.
Did you see this? This like animation of how
Yeah.
depth comparison. They're like 3,000, I guess. Jesus.
Yeah, man.
They're this deep. Holy God, man.
And they're down that far.
They're down like this. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Oh my God.
Bunch of chats here. Pierre de El Tiempo with the 25 euros. Hey, Semi, is 9,000 too much to waste on an 05 CLS I'm planning to bust up for about 2 to 3 years? Also, what's the best type of car for schizo customization? Paragraphs of train of thought rambling covering the entire body.
I think an 05 CLS covered in schizo rants would be pretty solid, man. I'll sign off on that.
James, Sam, if you play Dark Souls on stream, I will join the Severe Beast army. You will have a blast making fun of it and enjoying the good game design.
I feel like it's probably a really good game, but I remember trying to play, I think Dark Souls 2 on PC, and the controls were so fried without a controller. And I don't listen. I'm not a controller. I'm not going to use a controller, man. I'm sorry.
Silverfish000. Thoughts on K-Truck as an around-town driver? KEI?
K-Truck, yeah.
K-Truck as an around-town driver and small farm truck. I've got a few acres. They're four-wheel drive, good on gas. Need to find one with AC. Mayberry mini trucks, for example. Top seller. They go for like $7K. Thoughts?
Yeah, those are funny. They're it's probably not funny when you need to carry something bigger than like a table. And also those suffer from the extreme like hipster Doug DeMuro problem, which is, you know, that's why they're so expensive, man. There's just too much money. We wanted to get an Oldsmobile Silhouette to use as the cop car in one of the sketches.
Yeah.
And this is like such a sought after retro nostalgia thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like trying to buy a gaming monitor, a CRT gaming monitor. It's just not, you know, not going to happen for less than 10 times what it should cost.
How much do they go for?
These?
Yeah.
Like 8,000 for a beat one.
Jesus.
For one that's like a husk. So I think K-Truck, this is from 2020. 2023, 80,000 miles, 11,000. But I feel like this is from 2014. This is not even the correct model, so these are expensive, yeah. It should be like 300. Like this thing's should be 300. What the fuck? If you really love it, if you identify with a K-Truck, sure, but a full-size crew cab is way more. I know you think it's like, oh, I'm nimble, I can maneuver around the farm on the. It doesn't matter. A full-size crew cab pickup truck that's what I drive around a small city, and it's awesome. People get out of your way. People that you always have room. I've never nicked it or hit anything or done anything like that because people make room, and they're really not that hard to drive. I think the F-150 is probably the best thing you could buy. Period. Just get one with a bench seat so you can like man spread, like a Lariat, whatever the nicest one you can get with a bench seat, which might even be an XLT. They're cheap as shit. They're not for what you get. If you're listen, any question where you're like, what project car should I get? Should I get a 3 Series for $4,000? No, you should get one of these right here. Get an XLT bench seat, the nicest one with a bench seat right here. For what you pay, you get so much. It's what, like $35,000 for probably like a brand new one. You could probably get something acceptable and like probably really good for like, I don't know, 15 or something. I don't know what these go for. It's not a lot of money though. For how useful it is, it'll take you to the end of time. Just, take care of it. Get the V8, the non-turbo one, so there's less stuff to break. Get yourself a Cobra 427 replica with no roof, driving around. It's raining, doesn't matter. Backdraft racing. This is the coolest car you can buy. Who the fuck would ever buy this? What kind of mental molestation problem? Who would buy this?
The rear view mirror is like a steampunk monocle.
This thing is so confused and shitty. What the fuck? What the hell? Everything about this image. Look at everything about this image. So it's like a luxury car thing. You're going to the nines with presentation, and there's this kind of like weird plastic Lazy Susan material here. You got this probably epoxy floor, stainless steel or whatever this material is here. It's like a RoboCop OCP showroom, velvet curtains, like you're on a public access TV show. Like these curtains in the background, like think about a public access TV show and some like black lady's about to come out and talk about how you can heal your whole body with a watermelon, or Welcome to Holistic Healing Chicago. You can heal your body with a cucumber, y'all. The pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know. And this typeface right here, Chicago Motor Cars. Even the words Chicago Motor Cars. Like, if you're selling high-end shit, you're selling Aston Martin, you're selling Audi R8 Spider, you're selling Bentley, but it's called Chicago Motor Cars. It's just very weird. People do weird things. The marquee image is a Pagani Huayra. Yeah, I got my Pagani at Chicago Motor Cars. It's just kind of strange. That's I'm thinking excessively about branding, but it's just these are some strange folk right here. What the fuck is this? What the fuck?
It's a collector's.
It's the showroom where the cars will make you say, what the fuck? No, you can leave that. I got it. It's all set. I'll get it in a year. I'll clean it up next year in 2025 probably. You're selling all that and you got this too in inventory?
We should auction off your desk trash.
I will.
We should start auctioning off like just bullshit.
Mm-hmm. What's the cheapest car they have?
Doesn't refresh. Maybe change the view. Nice.
Okay. Fuck. Well, these are like ask for the price, I guess. Anyway, all right. You can wrap it up.
Okay.
Thank you guys for watching. We will see you. Catch you on the flip side. Anything else?
The next stream, you said you want to do our gimmick stream Monday. But World Peace is being filmed Monday.
Yes.
So will we stream, I don't know, Wednesday, Friday? Disney made us gay.
Oh man.
Holy shit. We got a 35 from P. Anya. Sam, if you want to be a serious game developer, you got to play through Bloodborne.
I know.
Announcement of what critics are calling the Don't Say Gay bill, which prohibits Florida public school teachers from instructing on sexual orientation or gender identity through 3rd grade, many conservative Disney fans have been voicing their opinion that the park has become too woke, and even going as far as accusing the company of promoting the sexual grooming of children. Here to talk about it are 2 adult Disney fans. Thank you so much for being here.
We were already in the area visiting at Times Square, Elsa.
Okay, great. So a lot of conservative Disney fans are upset that the company's speaking out against Florida's parental rights and education bill, also known as the Don't Say Gay bill. How do you feel about it?
Seth, it is a tragedy. Disney is trying to indoctrinate our children.
Okay, and how old are your children?
Oh, we don't have any.
Okay.
But it doesn't change the fact that we go to Disney for the character breakfast, not the sexualization of minors.
Okay, and are you referring to the fact that the Little Mermaid gets married at 16?
No, that's okay.
Oh, but it's like Princess Jasmine was 15?
That's okay.
Snow White was 14?
The boy-girl ones are fine.
Okay, so that feels a little telling.
All we're saying is that the intolerant left is ruining the magic of Disney for God-fearing, Splash Mountain riding conservatives like us.
Yeah, but how?
Take last week, for instance.
Okay.
Rebecca and I were trying to ride the teacups. And they were like, okay, well, we need to put you with a third rider. Fine. We're very agreeable people.
Yeah, no, I think we're all picking up on that.
So we said, no problem. Can you just make sure they're straight and unvaccinated?
That the park is
Bunch more chats.
Isn't he strange looking?
BLPIL with the 25. Hey, Sam, do you think I should become a cop? I'm about to go to academy. Just wanted your opinion.
Yes.
Kate Mickle with the 25 Canadian. Sup, pimps. Did you find the analog VFX person you were looking for a month or so ago?
No.
Whiskey Mood. Breaking news. Incoming transmission. Why are you looking at gays in Disneyland? Connor Leiden with the 20. Hi, Sam and Jet. I love the content for small Italian track cars. Slept on cars for import. Popular with motorcycle engine swaps. Fiat Cinquecento?
Cinquecento?
Yeah, Ciciento.
500.
Fiat Coupe has 20V turbo from I drive an Alfa Brera.
I like Italian. It's a very beautiful language. Italian?
Yeah.
I kind of want to learn Italian. I feel like Italy's probably the place to be.
We moving to Italy?
Yeah, we are.
Has taken a stand and said, no, you cannot say gay in school anymore. I'm just like, I'm so jazzed. And in Florida, of all places. I mean,
Yeah. So actually, I feel like there's been a misunderstanding. So the law actually means that you can't acknowledge that gay exists at all. Yeah, like.
Disney just did it! Breaking news, the first time in history. After the governor of Florida threatened to build a state prison next to Disney World because they didn't support the Don't Say Gay bill.
Maybe you need another state prison. Who knows?
Disney will dress all your favorite characters in rainbow because, oh my god.
Hey, After Dark.
Pride Night, After Dark.
So, Nick, what would you say to a 20-year-old?
Good God, man.
Become too woke. And even going.
Can you look at the? Can you believe how he looks?
He looks like
Let me zoom in.
Company promoting the sexual grooming of children. Here to talk about it are two adult Disney fans.
It's weird wearing makeup to do comedy too, to like conceal wrinkles and stuff. I don't know, man.
He just belongs in like a Gillette commercial.
What the fuck? What the fuck, man? Jamie Foxx with vitiligo.
Old church looking like this.
Show the ladies.
You got death wish?
Need more vitiligo representation. And that's dead serious.
All right.
Oh, we got one more before we leave. Wesley Hall, Sam, you should get a Fox body. Best engine bay, almost lightest car ever. Insane aftermarket support still.
Man.
It's so great. I see Sam in a Fox. The catfish is hideous, man.
There was there was a Fox body that came up for sale that was like perfecto. And I should have bought it, man. God. Golly gee willikers. It was like an LX or something, like the low trim level. Fox Body Coyote LX.
Alston Stone says, instead of gambling stream, you should open CSGO cases. Ride the wave of that CS2 hype. Not a bad idea. But the thing is, we just want to gamble.
GT. Man. There was a... it doesn't matter. Anyway. That's enough, gang. Thank you for watching. And,
we need to pray for these...
Pray for your...
These ocean gators.
Sub-victims here.
I'd like to be...
The crew closes the hatch from the outside.
Whole integrity? Hold it.
And what happened next? You won't
Fucking
be disappointed,
Redditor.
as we'll show
You know they all have like GoPros and they're filming like death vlogs down there. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Our dive in the Ocean Gate submersible had made it down only 37 feet when this happened.
So apparently those floats there came off the platform that wasn't supposed to be somewhere.
So we're scrubbing?
Yeah, I think that's the consensus up here.
Copy that. I was crushed. My diving adventures were over.
Every expedition has its challenges. All of them. I have not been in one expedition where things have to be adjusted, adapted, changed, or canceled at the end of the day. You're at the mercy of the weather.
Renata Rojas speaks from painful experience. Over the years, she's been booked on 3 Titanic expeditions. All 3 were canceled.
You just cry a lot
The music.
and just keep the dream alive because it's something that I have to do.
Our expedition had to wait out 2 more days of rough seas. On our 6th day at sea,
Bill Pill with the 20. Hey Sam and Jetta, works as a 911 dispatcher saving people from poofing themselves, and it's very mentally stressful. Do you think I should be a deputy when I turn 21? My town is small and generally based.
Yeah. You should.
Yeah.
Man, you really got to follow your instincts. If you suspect that you're about to die,
yeah,
you're probably gonna.
Yeah.
You got to just listen, hone that instinct and listen to it.
Yeah.
You know? If you look around and shit is like falling apart from the machine that you're floating in, you need to get out, you know?
Never mind, let me up.
Yeah.
That's like being on a roller coaster and asking the operator to stop.
Yeah, you got to speak.
No, stop.
You got to speak up about it too. You can't let them.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man. That's too much. All right.